What's up, Closer Nation? It's that time again, Whiteboard Wednesday, and today I'm going to get real with you. I'm going to share something with you that I've shared a few times before, but probably if you're new to this thing, or maybe you just haven't heard it before, but I want to talk to you about the importance today of multiple streams of income. You see, in 2010, my world was flipped upside down. I had one main income and one income only, and that was all I focused on, and all of a sudden, overnight, that income stream was gone. I was without a job. Maybe some of you have been there before, especially those of you in the mortgage business that survived the 2008, 9, and 10 mortgage meltdown. All of a sudden, when you lost your job, when the company that you worked for couldn't keep the doors open any longer, your main thing, the thing that you relied for 100% of your income was gone. I've been through that myself as well. When the Dodd-Frank Act was passed, I lost my main source of income. And my main source of income, my only source of income, and that taught me a very important lesson in life about diversification. And so I'm going to share the diversifications and the lessons that I've learned through my lifetime with you today, because I know as salespeople, we get on commission only, and we get in the zone, and we get focused on our things, especially once we start earning big bucks. And what if they let you go? What if your contract expires? What if something happens to you that sweeps that out from under you? It doesn't matter if you're making $1 million a year, because Lord knows most of us spend it as soon as we get it, right? So I want you to think about like what happens if your main thing was taken away. And I'm going to give you some backup plans today, some things that I've put in place in my business that's allowed me to be protected in case the main thing becomes the no thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's happened before, and we all a lot of us, we get into something, we make money for a long time, technology can replace us, booms happen, busts happen, bubbles burst, and everything else. Well, I'm going to share with you, the salesperson, how you can diversify. So let's say that your sales job that you do every single day, whether it be selling mortgages, real estate, insurance, cars, your small business services, SEO, SEM, whatever it is, that should not be 100% of your hustle. But here's the problem. If this is 100% of your hustle, and this is where all of your income comes from, first of all, let me tell you a story. Today we only have blue markers because my son Asher was out here drawing on the whiteboard the other day, and he left every single marker except for the blue one with the cap off. So we hopped on Amazon and ordered them. So next week we should be good to go. This week it's true blue for everybody. So back to this, we doing some crip whiteboard marketing. You know what I'm saying? And so anyway, the sales job, a lot of people, it's 100% of their income. But what happens if this gets cut? Then you're 100% out. Okay, right now, in the event that something traumatic happened and hardcore closer go away, I have other things in place that I'm gonna share with you, and the other things in place that allow me to be able to fall back in the sense like safety nets that I've put in place myself. So the first one is you gotta have a side hustle. Okay, I want you to think about that for a second. You have a side hustle. If you're putting 100% of your sales job, when I was a loan officer in 2005, 6, and 7, during those years when I was a loan officer, my side hustle was I also flipped houses. I also, on top of flipping houses, I also knew how to do double closes, so I would arrange the paperwork to where people could do double closes and assignments of contract, and I charged a small fee for it. So not only would I originate the loan, I would turn around and I would possibly flip the house. If a real estate agent came to me with a good deal, I would just buy the house. It was my side hustle. It made sense. If you're a real estate agent and you're not investing in flipping homes, that should be your side hustle immediately because you're in that business. If you're a car person, if you're not selling cars on the side, that should be your side hustle. If you're not selling some sort of service on the side for your business, then you go 100% in. But let's just say this side hustle only accounts for 5% of your income. Okay, so you got, like, let's say we're taking away this 100, we're gonna split it up other places, we'll give it back in a minute. Say this counts for 5% of your income. Then you should have investments. Right now I have a portfolio, it pays back a dividend on a quarterly basis, right? Over my years of my life, I'm 37 years old, I have consistently invested in investment stocks, mutual funds, index funds, and life insurance. I've talked about that in previous videos before, and so now those things pay quarterly. Now, by any stretch of imagination, I'm not Bill Gates rich to where these things are just paying me these huge quarterly dividends and I'm over here just drinking champagne off the back of strippers' asses out of Belvedere bottles. That's not how it's going. These things, though, they do produce a few $100s a month for me on a consistent basis, some of them a few $1,000s. It's nothing major, but it's money that covers my mortgage. It's money that if I have to make a car payment or something like that, or a lease, or if I have to pay off a property somewhere, I've got something in place that's going to take care of me financially, personally, that nobody else can touch. The next thing is you need to set up something called residual income. That's something that pays you every month. Like I said, this is quarterly as long as the investments do good. Now, if the investments do bad, I could lose money for the quarter. See, there's no security in this. Now, there's tremendous upside for the long term, but there's really no security in this. You got to think about this. So let's say that your investments, they should be 10%, because if you're going to give 10% to tithe, I think you should give 10% to yourself as well. So 10% of your money's investment. So we got 15% of your income should be coming from investments and side hustle. I'm sorry, I have this backwards. Camera guy's looking at me crazy. So 10% from your side hustle income and 5% from investment. So not a major amount there. The next thing you got to talk about is residual income. Now, I know a bunch of you, when I say residual income, you're like, oh, multi-level marketing. I knew it. I knew that's what he was going to do. It's a pyramid scheme. That's not what I'm talking about. There's ways to generate money, residual income, on a regular recurring basis without having to go do multi-level marketing or anything like that. Now, let me give you an example. I get residual income from a company called CardTap, another company called Lead Pages, another company called ClickFunnels, another company called Aweber, and I don't get any massive amount of money from them on a monthly basis, but altogether they add up to be a nice chunk of change. And they cover my bills, and every single month I can depend on that money to be there for me, and that money more than covers my personal bills. So in the event that everything else goes away, I've got 20% of my income coming from this residual income model that I've been building for years. Now, it didn't start there, and you're not just going to get to 20%, but the idea is to build it there. And I literally have 20% of my income, my personal income, that comes from residual income. Like I said, I use the affiliate links from companies like ClickFunnels, Lead Pages, CardTap, and Aweber, and many more. And because of that, they send me a check each month, and that's residual income. So I've got this sales job, the hardcore closer job, and filling up Break Free Academy spots that I'm doing full time. I've got a side hustle where in my business, I sell alarms, right, to the real estate agents and the loan officers that we help. Basically, we give them away. I have investments that are paying quarterly. I have residual income that's 20% of my income that I've built there slowly each and every single month, fight nutrition and everything else. And then lastly, I have referral partners. And I think that referral partners should account for about 30% of your income. If you can leverage relationships and people, like my friend Dustin Black is an expert at, if you can leverage relationships and people, that is the single best referral source, and it's a residual income. And plus, you're not 100% reliant on one referral source. I've had loan officers that I've worked with, and real estate agents that I've worked with, and insurance companies that I've worked with that were relying on one builder, right? I've had builders that I've worked with that were relying on one real estate agent bringing them business. If something happens in that relationship, that entire business model's disappeared. I know loan officers that have worked with builders and somebody outbid them on giving away titles or whatever, title policies or whatever the case may be, and their whole existence be washed away because they had 100% of their interest over here in their referral partners. Well, I say keep 30% right here plus 20% residual income. That takes us over to 50%. So if we've got 65% right here, then that just tells us that you should have about 35% of your income, which makes it more than everything else, right? It's the biggest main source of income, but only about 35% of your overall income should come from your main sales job, which means you've got to get good at a couple of things. You got to be able to get good at spotting things where you can diversify. So you got to look for areas that you can grow, look for the area you can find residual income, add more from your referral partners, get the quarterly investments, one investments, mutual funds, index funds. You're going to have to do your own research. Tony Robbins has got a great book called Money, Master the Game. You should totally read that. But you're going to have to figure out what these side hustles are to where you can diversify to where your main thing is no longer the main thing. It's just a main thing. It's my main thing. It's not the main thing. This way, if in the event that this gets slashed, you've still got 65% of your income coming from other places. You lose your sales job, you're protected. You've got 65% protection. That's self-insuring in the sales world. So, hey, if you enjoy this, if you learn something from it, if you're ready to diversify, make sure you share this with another salesperson so we can help them as well. I'm not here just to do this to sell you a bunch of programs and everything else. I truly care about the sales community. I want to protect you guys. I want you guys to be able to stop blowing all your money on a Friday night and diversify yourself to where you're protected. In the event of a worst case scenario, you'll be in good shape. And by the way, if you'd like to be a mastermind and you'd like to be a part of this, I do sell stuff. And I'd like for you to join us at breakfreeacademy.com/entourage. It'll be the best decision that you make as far as sales, marketing, and getting involved with smart people for your business that you could possibly make. Thank you.